some YouTube checks? So you want to take people away from a real organization that has built tangible things just so you can have a YouTube check, but you're calling yourself a black nationalist? It doesn't work like that. We have to respect our elders just as much as we're going to want the people under us to respect us. So if we're not showing them an example, if we can't show them that we can disagree with some people's ideology, that we can disagree with some people's personality, that we can understand that people are human, they make care, like the difference between some of these people that we like to critique and comb through their lives, the difference is that they're high profile figures, so the things that they do is more likely to be exposed than us. But think about your life on the day-to-day. Think about your life maybe before you got conscious and start refining yourself. Think about the things that you used to do. And imagine that stuff coming up. And imagine that. Imagine Malcolm X in a world where Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and all these things are prevalent. Imagine if he came up during this era. And he came straight out of the pen, straight from being somebody who used to fuck with white bitches, straight from being somebody who used to sell heroin, use heroin, rob people, run numbers, do all this extra scandalous shit. Now imagine how bad our people would drag him when he said that he's now conscious, or now that he's practices Islam, and now that he's trying to do something good for the people. How many of y'all would be dragging him? Don't say that none of you guys would, because anytime one of our celebrities start to wake up and say something, the first thing we do is drag them and talk about how they weren't like that yesterday. Oh, Jay-Z has a conscious album, he's just trying to fake it because he was talking about selling drugs in his first album. Yeah, that's what we call growth and development. That's what we call spiritually being resurrected. That's what we call turning a new leaf. Ain't none of us floated down from no big conscious bubble from the heavens perfect. All of us went through some shit. Some of us used to sell drugs. Some of us used to gangbang. Some women used to prostitute or strip. Some of us was homeless. Some of us were drunks, addicted to drugs, abusers of women. Elijah Muhammad said some of his best soldiers are going to come from the street. My big brother and mentor, Andre Taylor, from the same neighborhood as me, the Central District in Seattle, Washington. He used to go by Gorgeous Dre. He was a pimp. He navigated his way to the top of the pimpdom kingdom, if you will. Was a millionaire with mansions all over the West Coast, doing his thing. He was on a Hughes Brother produced movie called Pimps Up. No, not that one. Called American Pimp. He ended up getting Fed time, going to the feds. He stood solid the whole time. Didn't talk about nobody. Said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. He accepted what it was. He got out. He turned his life around. Now, he has a organization called Not This Time. And we, because I did participate in this, but he organized the organization and got the whole city around him. And because of his efforts, we were able to change one of the laws in Washington State that allows police officers to kill our people and get away with it like they do all around the country. It took 2 times to do that. The first time we tried to do it, we introduced something called Initiative 783. You might have seen me on Facebook when I was showing you me signing people up, getting signatures for the petition, and I was sharing information. I had him on the show. I had his head director of the organization, who's an attorney Terry Rogers Kemp. So the first time it didn't go through. We went back to the drawing board, changed it up, came with a new strategy, because we seen how the Fraternal Order of the Police was able to beat us. We changed the strategy. I should say he. I was part of it, but I didn't lead it in any kind of way. I just did my role. You know what I'm saying? And so did many other people in the city. So shout out to everybody in Washington State that signed that petition, that supported that was laboring to get this thing passed. And now, just within a few days ago, it's passed. We're talking about somebody who was a pimp, somebody who used to exploit women, somebody who, you know what I'm saying, was who went through some things, went to prison like Malcolm X, got out on some better shit. He lost his brother 2 years ago, and that's what really made him start that organization to get police accountable. So see, my point is this. when Elijah said that our best warriors will come from the street, the reason that is, not all of them, some of them will come straight out of the colleges, man. We need them too. We need the squares. We need everybody. We need all of our people that's down for this movement and that's down to see justice, self-determination for our people. But the point is this: a lot of the people in the street, they went hard. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Go hard or die. Get this money or die. Respect the rules of the game or die. So when those same principles are applied to do something good for your people, then what you have is a soldier. What you have is a warrior for your people. Someone tested. Someone who won't compromise. Someone who you know will not give up their people or won't give up the struggle, because that's the same way they lived in the streets. And unfortunately, now in this conscious community and in this Black Power community, unfortunately, there seems to be shenanigans that damn near rival what's going on in the streets.